don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Hey guys, we are back for another video. Make sure you guys hit your like, share, and subscribe button. And as always, let me know what you guys think in the comments. So guys, without further ado, let's just jump right in. So we're talking about quad web from Married to Medicine, and we have talked about this topic a few times on my YouTube channel. And again, I told you guys several weeks ago that I did not think she would return, but ultimately the girls decided to just cut her mid-season. So Quad had the opportunity to sit down with Carlos King, and I want to talk about that interview because listening to that interview and watching Quad basically speak to Carlos just reiterates everything that the ladies has said about her. So before I give it all away, I hope you guys have had the opportunity to check out that video. If you have not, that's okay, because we're going to share a few topics on Mariah and some of the answers that Quad gave to some of the questions that she was asked by Carlos. And then we'll talk about it. And of course, we're going to come back and do our commentary piece. But before we jump into this, let's start off by this 1 minute, it may be 56-second video clip. Carlos posed a question to Quad, which she's in the same situation as Mariah. If you guys remember, if you watched the show from season 1, or if you know anything about Married to Medicine, you know that mariahhuq actually created the show. She actually recruited the ladies, and ultimately they voted to have her kicked off the show, which was a little bit, troubling, considering that Quad was her friend. And now Quad admits that she actually dated Mariah's was it Mariah's brother? I think it was Mariah's brother. But if you guys recall, when Mariah said it, she said that Mariah lied on the show. See, that's one thing about liars. They never remember what they say, but now she's saying a different story. So let's just get into it, guys, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
That was very nice for you to support her.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
I know, so they kicked you out of the winery. I want to make sure you had to have some wine, child.
And I still got some grapes.
Are we going to stop on that? I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because I saw the last episode. And
here's the thing. First of all, I got so much to say.
When you experienced what happened to you this season of Married to Medicine, it appeared that the girls were icing you out. They didn't want you there anymore.
Yeah.
And we'll get into that as well. But in that moment, did you feel like, is this what Mariah felt like?
I felt like I see now.
Okay, guys, so in the video snippet, I think it's 56 seconds or something like that, you heard Carlos ask Quad, was she able to relate to Mariah? Now, I'm not using the exact words that he said verbatim, but I was able to capture what Quad said. And she said, I felt, I see now, which meant she could relate to what Mariah was feeling when Mariah was pretty much pushed out of a franchise that not only she was the executive producer, director, and also a cast member, but she was X'd out of a show when she was the one that recruited each and every one of those ladies and gave them the opportunity. So not only did she create the show, she created an opportunity for each individual lady. Now you just heard Quad say, I felt, I see now. So she said basically, okay, I understand Mariah now. Keep that in your mind because I have another video snippet that I want you guys to listen to next, and it is 1 minute and 55 seconds. Please listen to it in its entirety, and then we're going to wrap this up.
Through what you were going through, and you saw Mariah go through what she went through. Obviously, she created the show, right? She still gets a concept by credit to this day. You saw some things that happen behind the scenes, right? That is obviously at your discretion. But when you look at your experience these past couple of months, taping this season of Married to Medicine, and you felt like, I now see what she was talking about. Do you feel like you were a part of that ecosystem that pushed Mariah out of her own show?
Well, I would never want to push anyone anywhere, but to greatness, right? I think sometimes we have to do a self-reflection. I just could remember one time Mariah saying, y'all not married to medicine, y'all married to Mariah. And that was hurtful. That was hurtful. And I'm your friend, and I got your back, and we're gonna go the long way. That was my heart posture, and that's what my mentality was at that time. And so to hear her say things like that, it was more like, wait a minute now, we doing this together. What do you mean when you say that? And how am I supposed to feel when you say things like that?
You were arguably the breakout star of Married to Medicine.
Oh, child, baby, don't say that out loud.
Is that?
Don't say it out loud, baby. That right there alone, that is.
Okay, guys, let's get into this. The reason why I wanted you to watch both video clips, because they're going to make sense in a moment. In one instance, she said that she could identify with Mariah, because how would she not, when she is in almost the exact same position that Mariah was in? The only difference is Mariah had ownership in the franchise, which would have made Mariah's situation worse, because think about it. Mariah didn't give them a job. She created a job for them. She created a job for them, went to the network and sold them on her idea and all of the people that she had recruited. So keep that in your mind, that first statement. Now, this last 2 minutes, what Carlos asked her, when looking at her experience over these last couple months or whatever, does she feel like she was a part in the pushing Mariah out of her own show? And the answer that she gave just irritated the hell out of me, because it was at that moment that I really realized that she was everything, and I'm talking about Quad, everything that I thought she was. She does not take accountability, and definitely a damn narcissist, and she's irritating. She says that she believed basically I'm not saying it verbatim, but she basically says in so many words, sometimes when things happen, you should take a self-reflection. Well, you know what I gotta say to that? She's absolutely correct. But I think she should take her own advice and take a self-reflection of herself, of what she has contributed to the show, and also look up the word karma, because baby girl, you always get out what you put in. She mentioned that when asked about Mariah, she mentioned something negative and said that she remembered when Mariah said that they were not married to medicine, they were married to Mariah. Come on, guys. We know Mariah is a jokester. She always saying something slick. But I have never in my life met anybody that had created something, gave me a job. Because if you created a job and gave me a job, then maybe I am married to you. I'm sure it was just a joke. But the fact of the matter that she got so bent out of shape for just that, that goes to show to me that there's something in her that needed to be fixed. Then she went on to say she felt like her and Mariah were doing it together. Mariah created the show, sweetheart. You did not create the show. So why would you think Mariah creating the show was a sign that you and her were doing it together when Mariah had a whole husband? So anything that she had done with the network would have involved some type of money, which I'm sure you didn't have, because as you have admitted now on this interview that you were dating her brother or her cousin, which you lied about during the episode and said that Mariah was lying on you. So I don't know what you guys take away from this interview. I just feel like I got a worser idea of who Quad is. I feel like she's fake. I feel like she's phony. I also feel like we can never get a sense of who she really is because she always has to put her representative in the forefront. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll catch you all in the next video.